trepidation, a hint of pride, a drop of joy. I can smell it all on your breath. There's also something familiar. Maybe him.
Who are you?
Your mind is perplexing. Your thoughts are pungent. Where have you been?
What is this place?
My home. Tell me, flickering soul, what are you? I haven't tasted such depth in a long, long while.
Don't take another step.
I do like it when my prey is determined. You traveled from Tyria.
Guess that answers one of my questions.
You know so little.
Who are you?
To you, a savant of grief.
Your soul is mine! Chill to the bone! I'm amazing!
Ceres is too strong.
Ceres. Is that his name?
Say it louder.
Your soul is mine! Chill to the bone!
Adamant.
Could say the same about you, Ceres.
Dare you
Strange
utter
feeling.
my name? I grow bored of this. The realm of dreams hungers for your soul.
Get up.
What?
Where are you going?
Curious little thing you are.
Alchemy, it worked!
Take a deep breath. Count to 3 and think of your fondest memory. Traveling through the mists can be taxing on the mind.
They've got experience with this kind of thing. You'll pull through, huh? Hi there, Commander. Been a while.
We need to keep moving, Zoja. How's your friend doing?
They're fine, they're fine. Little rift lagged is all.
Rift lagged? And... Zoja? What are you doing here?
We'll give you the full breakdown once things settle. Maban, you gonna look for the other wizards?
Wizards? Wait, who are you?
Cool your blood, Commander. Maban is one of us. Yes, I'll meet you outside. Be safe.
Zoja... You're here.
Oh, sharp as always, Commander.
All right, you two, with me. Can't slow down. Name's Frode.
Someone want to fill me in on what's going on?
Huh. Where to start?
Less banter, more fighting.
Might makes me right. What are these things? Demons?
Cryptis.
Who are demons, so technically
soul
speaking,
is
you're not
mine.
incorrect.
Cryptis?
Cryptis are organized. They aren't your average night terror.
give you a headache, but you'll get used to it. Promise.
What is this thing?
The heart of the obscure. We're still learning the depths of its power, but we know it can seal and open rifts. Found his stuff today. Oh, not important, Zoja. We need to take control of the situation.
Not bad, but we need to keep moving.
Nothing can bring might makes me right. Do you see? I did that. Nothing I am yet. Now you suffer. Dragon storm be damned. What's going on here? What happened?
Let's just say the wizard's tower went a little rogue. Spit out a little magic.
Don't think you're helping much, little friend.
Is that Garenhoff?
It's not quite your Garenhoff. We'll explain soon. This is about as new to us as it is to you. What a damn mess.
Frode! Zoja! Help an old sack of iron.
Here! We're coming!
Warden, here, take some of my sky scales.
Not all is lost.
Commander, hop on a sky scale. It's the fastest way up.
Sky Scales and I don't get along. Seal the rifts as you ascend. I will do what I can from the ground.
Nothing can bring me down. Chill to the bone! Now you suffer. Chill to the bone! Your soul is mine! Fight me!
Took you long enough. Oh, still adjusting to the split. Fight with me.
More of them?
Looks like your friend earned her some unwanted attention.
Not that I had any say in that.
Come on. Thank the Forge. Thought I'd lost you too.
They certainly put up a fight. But for now, let's focus on the one in front of us.
Dagda.
She'll be all right, Lear. How are you feeling?
Adjusting. The split is never easy.
Take a moment. Ah, you all made it. Good.
All in one piece. What happened to Iskarin and Dagda?
Iskarin?
You've probably heard rumors.
Possessed. Dagda got it bad. Whatever they hit her with, not great. And our beloved seer is, well, I've seen Iskarin in better shape.
They fled for our own good. Epoch sent his strongest to take them down first.
Guess that makes you the standing chair of the Wizard's Court.
And how are you doing? Stabilizing?
I have questions.
I'm sure you have many. So, Commander, let us fill you in. I'm sure you have many questions for me.
Quite a few. Are you?
A Mersat, yes. And I'm sure that isn't the biggest shock you've received today.
Wizards, the Astral Ward, traveling to wherever I was. No, it's not. I apologize if I find it hard to trust you immediately. My only experiences with the Mersat have been...
Dire at best, I know. Ask whatever you need. My knowledge is yours. You've placed a lot of faith in us already. We are currently standing outside the Beacon of Ages. You may recognize it from folklore. Tyria dubbed it the Wizard's Folly Tower. Not our choice, of course. We have beacons such as this all over the world. They are conduits, so to say. The shield that they powered was recently broken, hence, well, all of this. This land is ancient and sacred. High above us in the clouds lies Omnitas, our home. Unfortunately, we're barred from getting any closer until we can quell the tower's defenses. We are protectors, not too dissimilar from yourself and your liege, Areen. While you kept Tyria safe from the threat of the dragon cycle, we watched you from the clouds. Until recently, the World Spire has powered a shield that guarded this world from the mists. To an extent. The final dragon cycle weighed heavily on our ability to shield ourselves. Nightfall came. Balthazar. Tyria has suffered still. But when the cycle ended, the magical ecosystem was fractured. The lake stilled. And now, you can see to the bottom. Aureen has begun to re-stabilize the system. I can feel her at work now. But until we mend the spire and our beacons, we are blood in water. Not only to the Cryptis, but anything else that may be looking. They are our protectors. While the other wizards and I kept the shields in place, the Astral Ward kept eyes on the rest of the world. Despite our best efforts, there are cracks in every system. Creatures of the mists have found ways inside. The ward protects you from them. Every time a rift opens in Tyria, they seal it and kill whatever terror it has set loose. The Cryptis are demons. They evolved, learned. Their influence and power grew under the guidance of their leader, Epoch. Centuries ago, Epoch wanted to join our ranks, but Iskarin denied him entry. He found Epoch to be ignorant, hungry. Demons tend to be solitary creatures, but Epoch saw potential, wells of power that they'd yet to tap into. He dubbed himself their king and built a society in his own image, one of fear and anger. Nyos, the realm of dreams. They've spent centuries watching us, and others, learning all they can. Now, they've chosen to act. That was Iskarin's choice, and he made it long ago. He felt that the world only needed to focus on one terror at a time. Though I do admit, maybe this would have been prevented if we had asked for help sooner.
Soja, it's been...
A long time. Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's been an eventful day. Suppose I'm still in shock.
I bet you are.
Oh, it's good to see you.
And you. We have a lot to catch up on. Here. I went back to Radisum after Maguma. They tried to help me heal, but nothing worked. It was different then. It didn't feel like home. They treated me differently. So I traveled. And I traveled and traveled until I found somewhere I belonged. They took me in, helped me heal. Been here since. The Wizard's Court keeps all of this a secret. When I left Ratasum, I just wandered for a while. I needed to be alone. I felt... I ran into another Asura in a hunting lodge outside Divinity's Reach. You know. I told her my story, she told me hers. Then she took me to meet Mabon, and the rest is history. Yeah, I am. Been studying under Mabon for a few years now. He saw something in me. Not just my brain, but he saw a flicker of power in me. Magic. More than just the elements. I have always been proud of being a scientist, and believe me, I still am. But I never thought there was something else in there. Waiting to come out.
Ah, you must be the commander Mabon spoke so highly of. I guess you're about what I expected.
And what did you expect?
Couple more scars. Taller, maybe. I jest. We monitor you as we monitor all magical anomalies. Don't worry. You're one of the good ones. If you weren't, well, you'd be dead.
Commander, I require your attention. Come speak to me, please.
Possessed. It's a nasty little trick courtesy of our friends, the Cryptis. They wiggle their way into your mind, corrupt each thought one by one until you're raw. The pain refuses to cease.
And why didn't you get possessed?
Well, not for lack of trying. I came pre-built with a special little ability that allows me to split in two. Can't take over my consciousness if half of it is hightailing it to the Wizard's Tower, can you? I'm not, no. Ascended before the last dwarf turned. I have strange feelings about that. The right. But I'm reaching for something that isn't there or behind a thick wall. Must be sounding a little woo to you, aren't I? Wizards like Maban and I are a little different from you mortals. We needed to ascend to get these powers. Separate our planes of consciousness so that we can connect to the current. In simpler terms, our old self is put on a separate shelf. Our new self, our wizard selves, take over.
And Arena.
She didn't make it back. Maban focused all of his energy on grabbing the commander.
If she has half the strength of her mother, I pity the cryptist that tries to put her down. Ah yes, glad to see you on your feet.
Me too.
I suppose we finally have a breath for a proper introduction. Name's Frode. Welcome to the Astral Ward.
Of course we do. We've watched your whole journey. Amazing, really. It's a bit jarring to see you in the flesh.
You've got quite the fan club up here.
We didn't always know if you were an ally. But, I mean, no offense. You've experienced so much.
I can't blame you for being hesitant.
It's okay. She's endured worse. If anyone can build a life for herself in a realm of rot and chaos, it's my daughter.
Is that a compliment?
Arena is your daughter? Oh, I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was walking into.
That's not your fault. Being a member of the Astral Ward comes with severe consequences. We are.
What our modest friend neglects to mention is that he is our valiant leader and guide. I am Narcisse. I specialize in medical magics and herbal remedies. If you ever find yourself with a demon on your shoulder, give me a call.
Funny.
Will do.
I do. Now that you've got some sense of our situation, I've set up a meet with the rest of the Rift Hunters.
Rift Hunters? Are they also Astral Ward?
Correct. I'll explain later. Got a camp set up nearby. I'll walk you through everything.
Got it. I'll see you there soon.
made it back alive.
What are you?
You worry too much.
Nothing can bring me down.
Commander, over here.
Ah, they are taller than I thought.
Commander, you know, one of our oldest members.
Oldest mortal members.
Wish I had time to give you a proper introduction to the Astral Ward, but things are dismal.
Remind me why we can't call for more help? I could have a fleet of airships here in a day.
The Astral Ward is a secret. That is Isgaren's preference, even in times of worry.
Isn't Isgaren compromised? Won't it be too late if you wait for his permission?
Maban is choosing to honor his will, and we will do the same. Rian could really use your help in the Rift Hunters, one of our more hands-on divisions. They track down rifts before whatever horrors inevitably spill out of them. Just like the one that pulled you into Nios. They're popping up all over Tyria. Innocent lives are at risk. Rian is waiting for you. He'll gear you up and give you whatever details you need.
While you help contain the threat, we've got Astral Ward searching for Dagda and Isgaren's whereabouts. As soon as we gather more intel, we'll call on you to help with the cleansing.
What exactly are we dealing with?
Dagda and Isgaren will need to be cleansed, so to say, of their cryptist possession before they can aid us. Dagda is our first target. We believe she's hiding nearby, probably attempting to cleanse herself of any unwanted guests. As soon as we can confirm her location, we'll call on you. Give me your thing. The one you use to talk to your friends from far away.
My comms device? Oh, sure.
I do not miss the ever-changing nature of technology. There. I've attuned your little device to pick up on arcane fluctuations. We'll be able to contact you anywhere. Even if you stumble into another rift.
Well, let's hope the latter doesn't happen anytime soon.
Yes, let's. I was an esteemed professor in the College of Synergetics. To study the metaphysical is to study the inner workings of the flow itself. It's good work. But my people are stubborn and petty. Bureaucratic, even. It's limiting. Zojja and I had the same realization. Expecting satisfaction from that city is like expecting a Skrit to win the SNAF prize. So I went on a long sabbatical to explore the world beyond the stuffy labs and debate halls of Radasum. And then I found this big lump of bricks hiding away in Garenhof. Maban noticed my curiosity. And here I am. I still collect stipends from the Arcane Council. They think I'm in a jungle somewhere, gawking at plants. Bureaucracy.
Extremely useful. I personally believe it is our most important area of research. For many problems, it is difficult to see the solutions in advance, but easy in hindsight, after it's too late to fix it. But the fractals allow us to learn from mistakes we didn't actually make. That knowledge is essential in preventing those mistakes we can't afford to make. Originally, the wizards tried simulated beings, approximations that could experience life but couldn't suffer from it. But without that element, they didn't act like they would in our world. The data held no predictive power. Each aspect of real beings was needed. Their freedom, their strength, and yes, even their suffering. It was the only way. The wizards have the ability to, well, for lack of a better term, to pause the experiments. They are then kept in that frozen state in case they are needed later. That way, no additional harm comes to them. We will help them to survive this ordeal as best we can. But after, ultimately, that will be up to them. As long as we could keep them in their fractals, that was the most humane approach. But that is no longer possible. They're living beings, as real as you or I, and they deserve the right to choose their own paths forward. The same way that you do, Commander. I've watched your career with admiration, seen the choices you've had to make. You know, as I do, that the right thing to do is rarely clean. There are always consequences, and many of them severe. I've spent a long time on this problem, and this is our best option. Part of leading is accepting the cost of that choice. The truth is, as high as the price is to learn what we've learned, I've never regretted it. It brings me no joy, but what feels right and what is right aren't always the same. You know that as well as anyone.
Frode and Yuno are inside.
This'll help. Navigating the islands might be a bit,
Confusing?
right. Over time, Isgarin and the wizards created various reflections.
For the scientific-minded, you could think of them like simulations.
They were kept on an astral plane, separate from our physical reality.
So they're like fractals.
Exactly! But, unlike fractals, these are here. These copies are now physical and susceptible to Cryptus influence.
When the dragon's cycle ended and the Spire's magic was fractured, some of those reflections spilled out. They fell into multiple planes of existence. Some of them solidified here.
Kaineng, Elona. So often the world was only inches away from a completely different reality.
So they're real, not just illusions? Living beings trapped in simulations?
Real as you and I. They're shaken and in need of someone's help.
But the Dragonfall infestation was far too advanced. Never mind that, though. Given what we're dealing with here, they're critical for navigation. Try climbing that mess.
Nothing can bring me down.
Could use your help on the fractals. Situation is tense.
Good luck out there.
Who's got the guts to take on my sky scale challenge, eh?
Ah, Commander. Your eyes have seen so many places. So many beasts. I know a hunter when I see one. Apologies. Being in your presence may be more shocking for some than others. I am Rian of the Rift Hunters.
Frode and Yuno sent me to help. It sounds like we're working against the clock.
Your eagerness is welcome, but there remains one step before I teach you how to locate rifts. The heart must be attuned. The ancient magics within the artifact call out for a bond to be formed between itself and the wielder. It should be a simple matter of spending time with the artifact in your possession, doing whatever you normally do. Once you've attuned to the heart, return to me, and I'll help guide you through the next steps.
My name is Arlay. I'm the ward's second in command of fractal research, and I've taken charge of the cleanup here. This version of Garanhoff aimed to test what would happen if the tower was ever destroyed. Things aren't going well. If you can spare the time, please stay and help out. These people deserve better than what we've given them.
The storm over Garanhof has eased up some, and the mayor and I need to look for survivors. It's the least the ward can do, given that we're partially responsible for them even existing. If you find anyone, let me know and we'll portal them out.
Chill to the bone! Nothing can bring me down.
I think we're okay now.
What happened to Gideon? Where is he?
I don't know. He was with the other kids 1 minute, and the next he had vanished.
Oh no! No, 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 no! My boy. He could be.
After everything else, I thought that storm was going to be the end of us. That's how I do it.
Which one of you will be next, I wonder?
Get out of my head!
Chill to the bone!
Are you ready for another try, old friend?
Until I'm rejoined, I don't really think I'm gonna be able to control the forge well enough.
I'm afraid we're running out of both time and options. We have to try.
You always manage to talk me into these things. Fine. Come to the forge and we'll lay out the plan.
But it won't work. This...
We could use your help as well, Commander.
God! What was that?
Lucretia, you're okay.
Is Gideon?
We'll find him together. You know Gideon. He's probably just hiding under a bed somewhere.
You're right. Thank you.
Might makes me right. Chill to the bone! Your soul is mine! Your soul is mine! I'll be all right. Soon. Chill to the bone! soul is mine! Chill to the bone! The spirits should be impressed. Your soul is mine!
You're a welcome sight. That essence they're looking for is popping up all over the area. I won't lie, things are bad here. But if you can help these villagers, it'd go a long way.
Chill to the bone! Your soul is mine!
Someone help! I can hardly breathe!
Please! Can someone get this off me? I can't move!
Thank you, stranger. I'll try to be more careful.
Your soul is mine! Quickly! Nothing can bring me down.
I've tried to get them to stop these experiments. I really did. But I should have done more.
Garenhoff just isn't safe anymore.
You're making a real difference, you know. I know not everyone trusts you, but I'm glad you're here. That should cover this area. For now, at least. I'll rest a little easier tonight. I'm sure Maban and Lear will need you elsewhere. Don't worry. I'll keep an eye on everything here.
The storm could get worse at any moment, so we need to get to the safety now.
We could use your help here. The storm over Garenhoff has eased up some, and the mayor and I need to look for survivors. It's the least the ward can do, given that we're partially responsible for them even existing.
I can't believe this plan is finally working.
The worst is yet to come. Forging the key is going to pull a lot from you. There are dangers that come with that.
I've survived worse. It's gotta be done, Maban. So we might as well get to it.
from the excess energy, and my regular assistants are recovering. But you'll do fine.
This place probably looks a bit different than the Rudder Novus you remember, huh? The wizards wanted to see what would happen if it survived, and it did pretty well. Leave it to the Asura, right? They're kind of a headache, too, so I could always use some help to keep them out of trouble if you've got the time.
I am death incarnate.
This fractal was created to study what would happen if ley line energy overflowed without containment. Nature has reclaimed this Maguma, and a unique ecosystem has flourished, one that's worth preserving. While there is much to be done, please resist the urge to slash and burn your way through here in the process.
Oh no! The giant Saurian is stomping around like it's hungry! Can anyone help? That thing would eat me in one bite!
Chill to the bone!
We could use your help here. We need to set up some equipment in the jungle to track Cryptus activity, but it's overrun. If you could use your sky scale to clear out some of these bugs.
I found Lear, and he's in stasis now, but the situation is dire. For Forging the key made him vulnerable to a deep corruption, and it's wound its tendrils around him. I'll try to untangle it from him, but I can't do it alone. Please, help me save my friend.
Oh no! The giant saurian is stomping around like it's hungry! Can anyone help? That thing will eat me in one bite!
Might makes me right.
Be careful if you go any farther. The Jade mechs in the city will kill any who enter. The Kaineng you know was built on the backs of the machines. In this Kaineng, the machines have had a change of heart. The ward sent me to bring some peace to this place. If you can help while you're here, that would mean a great deal. Drockner's Forge. This was my home before I joined the Wizards. Don't embarrass me, all right? This fractal was made to see what would have happened if we lost to the Stone Summit. An awful outcome, I assure you. These dwarves might be a bit less rocky than you're used to, but they're still real, and they can still use your help.
This is Ammon of the Ward, and you've unfortunately found yourself in Alona. Or Anolona, rather. Apparently, this fractal aimed to study a world where Balthazar succeeded. Not pretty, to say the least. But if you help me out around here, we'll probably both get back to more exciting duties sooner.
Well, your help comes with kind timing. Rifts have been appearing all over Tyria, but they're especially potent here. Thankfully, that device of yours, the Heart of the Obscure, has given us a new windfall. In your hands, a blessing. They found it in Waiting Sorrow's quarters just before we lost the tower. Don't know what she made it for, but the Heart's ability to open and seal rifts by following their astral frequency is impressive. I've not much more time with the Heart than you, but let me guide you. The Heart of the Obscure is capable of astonishing things. It can act as a conduit for your emotional energy, channeling it as a source of power. Now, hold the Heart aloft, and focus your thoughts on the demonic rifts, and your desire to hunt down these intruders. Do you feel it?
I can see it. The magic in the air is flowing.
Incredible. What does it look like?
It's hard to describe. A little frightening. Like the world itself is reaching toward something. You can't see it?
No. You and the Heart are one in this moment. I've seen before what you do now, but I am a bystander. It might seem overwhelming, but don't be afraid. These are your own thoughts made manifest. Go on now. Why don't you see where it leads you?
Cannons incoming! Now you suffer. Nothing can bring me down. The fury is mine. I am death incarnate. Not enough energy. I can see the rift.
Terrifying, isn't it? You'll need to stabilize it before you can seal it. Get closer and channel the heart. The Cryptis will attempt to break your focus on the spell and stop you. Be prepared to defend yourself. Focus on your desire to protect Tyria.
Nothing can bring me down. Fury is mine. It's done.
Good. The Cryptis are relentless. There are doubtless many other rifts to seal. You've got your work cut out for you. If you have questions or need guidance on any of this, come and find me. We're in this together.
I am awesome.
Tragic tale is only going to get
soul is mine. Chill to the bone. I am death. Your soul is mine.
Your sorrow is sweet. Come, weep more for me.
A little help. Might makes me right. Your soul is mine. Chill to the bone.
Close to dying.
Your soul is mine.
Never give up.
I am death. Chill. Your soul is mine.
Thank you. Without your help, I'm not sure we'd have survived.
Might makes me right. Nothing can bring me down.
gather your rift hunting is going as planned.
Adapting. These fractals. To be born into one reality, then pulled into another to be hunted by demons.
Another thing that we'll need to handle. When you've got a moment, please report back to the medical ward at the Beacon of Ages. Given your exposure in Nios, I'd like to confirm that you're at optimal health.
If the fox pokes his head into one too many burrows, who knows what will snap at his feet? Be careful approaching the rifts. Ceres is looking for you. He got a taste, and he wants a bite.
If you're so concerned, why did you rescue me?
For curiosity, perhaps. Or do I want to kill you myself?
Could use your help on the fractals. Situation is tense.
Talk to you later.
That the fractals could manifest interior like this. I guess I never considered the possibility.
I wonder if even the frequency limit is possible. Does it keep running experiments after such a big disaster?
Frode and Yuno are inside.
The reason we're prepared at all for this scenario is because we spectated ahead of
Oh. Hey.
This place is impressive, if not a little terrifying. The wizards can create fractals. Huh. Still trying to wrap my head around it.
Yeah, it can be a lot. We're still getting used to all of this ourselves.
This one is a little prickly. But I can tell you're familiar. She's harder to read. Emotional. Angry.
Did you say something, Commander?
Oh, I wouldn't tell her about me if I were you. She's a bit more raw. Might not react how you'd like.
Nothing from me. I'll leave you to your work.
Yuno told me you were coming. Sit. Quickly, please. Vital signs, mostly normal. Do you feel anything strange? Sharp pains in your feet? Any nausea? Distant memories surfacing?
Nothing like that.
Need you to be honest if we want a proper bill of health, Commander.
Maybe I've been hearing a whisper since I got back from the demon realm. Nyos?
Not surprising. Here, let's check on your astral alignment. Influenced, perhaps. But I can confirm that you aren't possessed. Your will is intact. We can work with that. Hearing voices after traveling through the mists isn't entirely uncommon. So long as it's not telling you to murder anybody, and you're not acting on those impulses, I see no threat.
That would make things exciting, wouldn't it?
I'll let you know if that changes.
Nice work out there. Sky scales are invaluable for navigating the fractured landscape, but there's even more they can do. Speak with Sky Scale trainer Diane at the Beacon of Ages if you want to learn everything there is to know about Sky Scales.
You there! You look like an adept flyer. Come on over.
Commander, we think Dagda is near the old observatory. Rian will watch for additional rifts. You need to come to us immediately.
How did she look?
I only got a glimpse before she moved farther into the cave, but, not good.
We shouldn't overwhelm her. I'd recommend that Zojja and the Commander move ahead without us.
What are you going to do?
You know and I will guard the entrance. As soon as Dagda moves, every cryptus nearby will want to join the fray.
Wizard magic is delectable to the cryptus. Every well of power they hold is a feast to be devoured.
Right, so we better get moving. Commander, with me.
Yeah. Let's go.
What, nervous?
Not used to taking orders.
A lot has changed.
Anything I need to know about Dagda?
She's the wizard of the Celestial. Specializes in power drawn from the cosmos.
Nothing
a Jotun.
can bring me down.
Packs one hell of a punch, too. Any cryptus that took her down is probably one we should be afraid of.
A Jotun wizard?
They were among the most magical races in Tyria.
Right, but...
Yes, they're not anymore. But Dagda is 1,000 years old. More. She's seen a lot.
1,000 years old?
At least, you've got a lot to learn about the wizards.
That's how might makes me right. I am definitely your soul is mine!
Do you hear that?
Yeah, I do.
I am awesome.
Alchemy! They're already swarming!
Steel to the bone!
Zosha, help me! Siri, is that you? Kill me!
That's how I do it. Nothing can bring me down.
May the stars cradle you.
She was a friend?
Found family. They'll keep coming until Dagda is stable. Let's move. Another rift. That is where Dagda will be. I can feel her, and,
And?
You lead. She's just ahead.
The air is particularly dense in here. Which one of you latched on to the wizard's souls?
Zosha, what are you doing? You brought the Harbinger to kill me?
They're here to help. They're a friend.
They're here to end me, as they've ended so many others.
I'll see if I can cast a barrier to keep her trapped. Don't want to lose her again.
What is going on in there? It can't be.
There are so many voices!
Alchemy! Commander! Don't let them overwhelm you!
Fire! There are too many of them!
Hold on!
Rise and serve! Might makes me right.
Things. The color of the sky
The
fury is mine.
The smell of smoke. Blood.
Brother.
Stay with me, Dagda!
I don't know any of these faces.
I think she's leaving them for us. Time to help.
The fury is mine.
That's not my name. Don't call me that.
You've almost conquered Vonda's heights. Keep pushing.
I don't know how much longer I can keep this up.
The compact is sworn. May the sands take you.
I can imagine the sound of waves crashing against the shore. My thoughts are my own again.
You okay? No missing limbs?
An ache in my neck, but I'm fine, little one. This is the commander? Well, thank you for refraining from killing me. I'm sure you resisting that urge was a challenge.
What? I don't understand. I helped you.
Maban brought them here. We're on the same side.
Maban is too trusting.
Maybe you should check in on Frode and Yuno. Make sure they didn't get ambushed.
Understood.
They've had to make some very difficult decisions. You can trust them.
What if the Elder Dragon views us as a threat next?
Even if Aurene eventually succumbed to the Void, the commander would make the right decision, as Glint rejected Kraukatoric.
It wasn't that simple. And those with good intentions make ignorant decisions every day. Ugh.
Rest. We'll talk about this later, okay?
You look like you've seen a ghost.
Or 10.
How's she faring?
Zoja's with her now. A little beat up, but managing. If I'm gonna be honest, we didn't have the warmest of introductions.
Unsurprising. Dagda is,
A mother to us all.
and fiercely protective of her brood. We'll get Dagda somewhere safe to recuperate until we can get back into the tower. We'll meet you at the Beacon of Ages. Catch your breath, and don't take it too hard. She'll see you.
I'm always achieving greatness.
Your You're breathing. That's good.
And you're still here. Am I possessed?
No, you are not.
Then who are you?
Peter.
And what do you want, Patha? Now you choose silence.
The spoils of battle.
Wizard's Tower is to the north. We're currently trying to cut a path.
Do you have business with the Warden?
I see you're on your feet.
That I am.
I think we're ready for some proper introductions. Dagda Commander, Commander Dagda. She helped Mabon heal me when I first got here. You should have seen me. I was a mess.
Dagda.
Commander. I apologize for my hostility at our first meeting.
I understand.
You did not deserve my ire, but I maintain my caution. We don't know you.
I was pulled into that rift. I'm happy to help Zoja, to help you, but this was not my choice.
Nor was it mine.
Okay, we're still feeling grumpy. Let's not get distracted from the end goal here, to stop the Cryptus. And, well, we need all the help we can get.
This is true.
Frode was looking for you, Commander. Why don't you track him down?
Quickly!
Does that make you angry?
Does what make me angry?
The fact that everyone doesn't immediately bathe in your excellence.
They don't know me. Neither do you.
starting to. And I don't think you liked that very much.
Urchik is terribly concerned with Lear's... Pardon, Urchik, but Lear's stuffiness. Palladium agrees with Skrit.
Dagda's doing better. If I was still a shaman, I'd owe you a blessing.
Oh, I saw. Still less than thrilled to see me.
Dagda's incredibly protective of the Astral Ward. Like I said, she'll come around. Eventually.
This is... the commander? Oh, Urchik is at your service. Skrit is a big fan of your work. Big fan.
This is Urchik and Gladium, two of my scouts. I've currently tasked them with tracking Lear.
Both of them.
We know that the facet of emotion is working with Mabon to break down the tower's defenses. But his other half is...
not counted for. Glade has an ominous feeling.
As do I. But there are still cryptids feeding on the fractals and their inhabitants. If we don't help them, we treat them no better than Dolyaks. Commander, frankly, I could use your help in the field. The Rift Hunters and my scouts have their hands full.
I'll check in with Rion. See what the hunters need.
Urchik and Gladium are very honored to work alongside the esteemed Pact, Commander.
The title might be a little dated, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Oh, Urchik could write ballads of your glory. Truly. Gladium, too. Urchik presents Gladium! She is my oldest companion. Urchik can read her movements. Gladium cannot speak or hear Skrit very well, for that matter. The legions were not kind to her. But Gladium is as strong and intelligent as the commander.
It's good to meet you both.
As Urchik and Gladium are glad to meet you.
Do you have business with the Warden?
Death before defeat!
You've returned. I'm sure I speak for all the hunters when I say, job well done.
I had a lot of help from Zoja, but thank you. Frode made it sound like things might be urgent.
Dagda may be back on our side, but the Cryptis have stepped up their efforts. Let me show you.
You right away, Patha?
Would that be so bad?
If I'm about to rip off my own flesh and turn into a cryptis, then yes.
The wizards are reactive creatures. They scare easily. Tell them, and it could end badly for both of us. I'd keep me under your hat for now. Get to know me a little. before doing anything severe. Just watch out for nosebleeds. That might be a bad sign.
I am yet Your soul is mine! Your soul is mine! The fury is mine! Chill to the bone!
Commander? Can you hear me? Oh, Skrit hopes this works.
Urchik, is that you?
Yes. Good, very good. Urtik isn't very familiar with modern technology. Thank the magnificent shiny that Miss Yuna was able to connect your device to our astral frequency. Gladium and I are still tracking Lear.
Nothing can bring me down.
The facet of emotion who Urchik likes to call Goodlier doesn't have a good sense of where his other half is. Once we've accounted for both, the commander can assist Urchik and Gladium in sealing him back together.
Chilled to the bone!
Nothing can bring me down. Chilled to the bone!
But your fear, it smells exactly as I remember.
Steady. Brave. Brave.
Who was that?
The Midnight King.
At Park?
Brave of you to say that so loudly. He hunts, though not for you yet.
the guts to take on my Skyscale challenge, eh?
If anyone is out there, we need to get these sky scales across the desert and could use some extra hands.
Might makes me right.
Take that!
Can't breathe.
Getting healthy.
Chill to the bone!
Good news, Commander! Gladium caught Lear's trail! Well, bad, Lear's trail. Meet Skrit at the Beacon of Ages, and we'll build a plan.
Welcome to the Beacon of Ages.
Do you have business with the Warden?
Commander, just in time for Urchik's battle plan. Maban and Goodlear are working to unlock the Wizard's Tower. Maban has requested the Commander's assistance. Once Maban and Goodlear have forged a key, we can access the Wizard's Tower. Right, Glade. That's where we think Bad Lear is hiding. How he got in, Skrit does not know.
You know and I will hold the line here in the interim, but we'll join you when it's time to recapture the tower.
How does that sound to you, Commander?
I still have a lot to learn about, well, all of this. But I'll join you in that fight.
Oh, Urchik is honored.
Already the Astral Ward.
I'll let Mabon know that we're moving.
Anything come from that distress call, Dagda?
Did you hear about Alm?
No? What happened?
Taken over by one of the beasts. Stuck a knife into his thigh during supper. Got there before he could cut anyone's throat.
Almost did, though. They had him cornered for an hour before we got there.
I took him to the Beacon of Ages. He'll stay behind a locked door until we know if he's going to be a problem.
Probably for the best, so long as he can't hurt himself.
And that's why we need to be careful.
I hope you don't mind my asking, but I've never met a Skrit as...
Brainy as Urchik. Neither has Skrit. When Urchik was smaller, Skrit was caught in an Asuran trap. Bright, sparkling. They did some experiments, and suddenly, Skrit knew a bunch of synonyms for shiny. Urchik couldn't scamper with the others like before, so Skrit looked for a new home. Right here, with Blade.
The spoils of battle.
My stein is too dry. I can't feel anything at all. The last glimpse was of Cryptis. A whole horde of them.
We'll continue to hope for the best, until circumstances point otherwise. Heard that you've been a great help in sealing the rifts.
I'm starting to understand why you kept this a secret for so long.
And there is more to come.
We were just discussing the path forward, Dagda.
The tower is confused. It doesn't know what's happening.
It's sentient?
The magic that flows within has demonstrated some level of awareness. It reacts to danger.
I always imagined it as an extension of Isgarin himself.
The tower calls to all of us, but it prefers Iskarin's voice in response. In his absence, it doesn't know what to do.
Which is where we come in. Now, there are a few ways we can calm our feisty lump of bricks.
And I assume none of them are easy. So, what's the plan?
Lear and I will push toward the fractal of Draknar's forge.
You can either assist us, or you can help collect essences.
Distilled magic and emotion. It's potent among the fractals.
We're collecting emotion, essentially. We did something like that in Kantha. There was a demon in Chulmu's mine. Gang leader. Was that a Cryptus?
Correct. And your demon was likely a wanderer. Demons who do not affiliate with Eparch's little society. Cryptus or not, demons are drawn to emotion, like Risen are drawn to blood.
Then this place must be a banquet.
Morbid, but yes. We'll need to calm things down here before we can approach the tower. I trust you'll choose the right direction.